Welcome to SS2 Economics, Term 2, Week 3. Today we study unemployment, one of the most serious economic and social problems facing Nigeria and many developing countries. Unemployment occurs when people who are willing and able to work and are actively seeking employment cannot find jobs. It represents a waste of human resources, lost output for the economy, and personal hardship for individuals and families. Nigeria has one of the highest unemployment rates in Africa. The National Bureau of Statistics reported an unemployment rate of 33.3% in 2020, the most recent comprehensive measurement, with youth unemployment, ages 15 to 24, even higher. Understanding the types, causes, and remedies for unemployment is essential for economic policy and for WAEC economics. The unemployment rate is calculated as number of unemployed divided by the labor force, multiplied by 100%. The labor force includes all people who are employed or actively seeking work. It excludes those who are unable to work due to disability, age, or full-time education, and discouraged workers, people who have given up looking for work because they believe no jobs are available. Discouraged workers are a significant issue in Nigeria. Many people have stopped actively job seeking and are engaged in survival activities in the informal sector, but they are excluded from the official unemployment count, meaning official unemployment figures may understate the true extent of joblessness. In Nigeria, the NBS distinguishes between unemployment, doing no work at all in the reference week, and underemployment, working fewer hours than desired or earning below a minimum threshold. A large proportion of Nigerian workers are underemployed, especially in agriculture, where seasonal work leaves large gaps, and in the urban informal sector, where work is irregular and low paid. There are several types of unemployment, each with different causes and appropriate remedies. Frictional unemployment is the short-term unemployment that results from workers moving between jobs. It takes time to find the right match between job seekers and job vacancies. This type exists even in a healthy economy and is sometimes called search unemployment. It includes new graduates looking for their first job. Cyclical, demand-deficient unemployment is caused by a downturn in the business cycle. During recessions, aggregate demand falls and firms lay off workers. This is the type Keynes was most concerned with and the target of expansionary fiscal and monetary policy. Structural unemployment arises from a permanent mismatch between the skills of workers and the skills demanded by employers. It occurs when industries decline, such as the textile industry in Kano, which collapsed due to cheap imported Chinese fabric, or when new technologies make old skills obsolete. Seasonal unemployment occurs because some industries have fluctuating demand through the year. Farm workers are unemployed during off-seasons. Construction workers slow down in the rainy season in Nigeria. Voluntary unemployment occurs when individuals choose not to work at the going wage rate. They prefer leisure or the alternative of informal economy activities to formal employment. Technological unemployment is caused by machines replacing human workers. Automated ATMs replaced bank tellers. Robotic systems in oil refineries require fewer workers. Nigeria's high unemployment has multiple specific causes. First, rapid population growth. Nigeria adds approximately 5 million new people to the labor force each year, far exceeding the number of new jobs created by the formal economy. Second, weak economic growth. Sustained GDP growth of 7 to 8% per year would be needed to absorb new labor market entrants and reduce unemployment. Nigeria's growth in 2015 to 2023 averaged below 2%, below population growth, meaning the economy was actually shrinking in per capita terms. Third, education jobs mismatch. Many university graduates lack the technical and vocational skills demanded by employers. The education system produces many arts and social science graduates but few engineers, technicians, and ICT specialists. Fourth, infrastructure deficits. Poor electricity and roads raise production costs, discouraging investment and job creation. Fifth, security challenges. Insecurity in the northeast, Boko Haram, and northwest, armed bandits, and unrest in the south, pipeline vandalism, militancy, deter investment and displace workers. Sixth, dependence on oil. Nigeria's oil-dependent economy does not generate sufficient employment for the large population. The oil sector contributes over 8% of GDP but employs less than 0.5% of workers. Remedies for unemployment vary by type. For cyclical unemployment, expansionary fiscal policy, increase government spending and reduce taxes, and expansionary monetary policy, lower interest rates to stimulate investment, are the appropriate tools. This is the Keynesian prescription: boost aggregate demand to re-employ idle workers. For structural unemployment, retraining and education programs that give workers skills matching current employer demands. Vocational and technical education expansion, the National Board for Technical Education, NAPTEP, and technical schools in Nigeria play a key role. Public employment programs. The federal government has run several large-scale employment programs, including the Empower program, giving youth stipends while they provide social services, the Graduate Employability in Agribusiness program, and the Conditional Cash Transfer program. For frictional unemployment, improved job market information, better employment exchanges, online job boards, and recruitment services help match job seekers with vacancies more quickly. For seasonal unemployment, diversification of income sources in rural areas, encouraging farmers to engage in off-season activities such as processing, handicrafts, and trade. Infrastructure investment, roads, power, and broadband internet create jobs directly during construction and indirectly by enabling business expansion. Support for SMEs, the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDEN, and the Bank of Industry, BOI, provide funding and support for small businesses, which are the largest employers in the economy. To summarize, unemployment is inability to find work despite being willing, able, and actively seeking. The unemployment rate equals the number unemployed divided by the labor force multiplied by 100. Types: frictional, job search; cyclical, recession; structural, skills mismatch; seasonal, off-season; voluntary, choice; technological, machines replacing labor. Nigeria's specific causes: rapid population growth, weak economic growth, education jobs mismatch, infrastructure deficits, insecurity, oil dependence. Remedies: expansionary policy for cyclical, retraining for structural, employment programs, empower, improve job information for frictional, diversification for seasonal, infrastructure investment, SME support. Key institutions: NBS, measures employment; SMEDEN, SME support; BOI, finance; NAPTEP, technical education. For WAEC, define unemployment and calculate unemployment rate, distinguish the 6 types, list causes specific to Nigeria, explain appropriate remedies for each type.